Hello, I'm very pleased to be joined now by Carlo Thelen, who is the CEO of the Luxembourg Chamber of Commerce. Thank you for joining us on Asteroid Day, Carlo.
Good morning. Thank you very much, Lisa. How are you?
I'm very well, thank you, on this wonderful sunny day in Luxembourg. Now, I wanted to dive straight in and say thank you, the Luxembourg Chamber of Commerce, for supporting Asteroid Day. Why is it important for you to do so?
Well, since its foundation in 2014, Asteroid Day has quickly become the most important awareness-raising and educational program about asteroids in the world. And that's quite an achievement. And hence, we are very proud that the Asteroid Foundation, which is organizing the Worldwide Asteroid Day, chose Luxembourg for its headquarters. And it might be little known the fact, but Luxembourg, a small country of merely 600,000, has quite a long history in the space industry and has also been investing substantial financial and organizational resources in the transformation of the space sector. And all this makes perfect sense since our country was built on openness and on fostering strong relationships and alliances with other countries.
I just wanted to ask you about the Space Resources Initiative, which was launched about 4 years ago, and that got a lot of international coverage. So tell us more about the Space Resources Initiative here in Luxembourg.
Well, before launching its Space Resources Program, Luxembourg had already been the world leader in the satellite industry with SES for decades. And it therefore made perfect sense for our government to announce an ambitious space resources harvesting program. And since this program will need an intensive mapping of near-Earth objects such as asteroids, it was an obvious step to partner up with Asteroid Day. And when the Space Resources Initiative was announced 4 years ago, Luxembourg became the first country in Europe to offer a legal and regulatory framework addressing the ownership of space resources. And finally, in September last year, the Luxembourg Space Agency was launched to promote the commercial space sector. And since Luxembourg is an international in nature, it is constantly looking to expand partnerships with other countries, and this includes space activities. And since the exploration of space demands international cooperation, our goal is to foster collaboration between key players in the commercial space industry in general. And we plan also on developing and supporting a sustainable ecosystem for the space industry and offering a platform in Europe for commercial space development. And in the end, it's all about exploring new frontiers.
Now, Luxembourg is very well known as a financial center, a financial hub. It must be your bread and butter at the Luxembourg Chamber of Commerce. Space is not a cheap undertaking. So how do you go about, the funding, the raising investment for the space sector?
Well, Lisa, you're absolutely right. Access to funding is indeed the key issue for any growing innovative business sector. And this is, of course, particularly true in the field of new space. On a national level, Luxembourg offers substantial assistance to academic and private sector research projects through R&D grants. And at European level, Luxembourg is also an active participant in the programs of the European Space Agency and also of the European Union to help companies transform innovative ideas into products and services. And as a leading global financial center, Luxembourg offers a range of resources for the creation of new space businesses. Our country is quickly becoming a hub for venture capital and private equity groups that operate under a regulated European framework and facilitates access to funding from alternative investment sources. And you have to know that Luxembourg backs a dedicated venture capital investment fund called Orbital Ventures that complements the existing funding measures, which are mainly based on a grant approach. But let me finish by saying that Luxembourg is also working closely with the European Investment Bank to develop financing solutions for the space sector. All these efforts are part of Luxembourg's commitment to its space ecosystem, which offers political, legal, regulatory, R&D, and financial support mechanisms and actions, and make for an attractive overall framework for companies and investors.
Carlo, thank you so much for your time. We know that you're a very, very busy man here in Luxembourg. Have you a final word for our Asteroid Day audience?
Well, I'd just like to thank each and every one of you who's watching us for your support and interest in Asteroid Day. If anything, space exploration shows us that humankind can do great things when it chooses to focus on collaboration and knowledge sharing.
Thank you so much, Carlo. Happy Asteroid Day.
Well, always a pleasure to support such a great initiative, and happy Asteroid Day. Thank you very much.